We're going to talk about Aboriginal Housing Victoria. I think we should start with an acknowledgement. So, we're meeting on the lands of Wurundjeri people today, where it operates on Wurundjeri country, and this project is on Wurundjeri country. All lands that we've never ceded, all lands that still philosophically, morally belong to First Nations Australians. I'm going to show you what's happened to that country in the last 240 years. So, Aboriginal Housing Victoria starts in Albert Street Reservoir. Through the 50s, it was single-family homes, and through the 80s and 90s, it was largely converted to 3- and 4-storey townhouses and building units. It's a pretty desolate place. It's devoid of humans. It's around cars out there.
Devoid of machineries.
Yeah. So it's super car centric. Why did Aboriginal Housing Victoria buy this site? One is that it was really cheap, and two, it was well located, close to some of the other support services further south. And cost is incredibly important for them. So at the time when they were operating here, they were building apartments that are freestanding houses, kind of working with volume builders to build the most affordable stock they could get. So affordability was absolutely key to their kind of mission of trying to deliver housing for the most dispossessed people in this country. There were 3 pillars that we kind of worked with Aboriginal Housing Victoria on. So one was that the housing needed to be economically appropriate. 2 was that there needed to be participation with First Nations. Interestingly, we were taken out of the room in the consultation with the Wurundjeri Council. AHV handled that themselves. But we'll talk a little bit about the other work that they've done with Jefa Greenaway, which set us up for success. And then we were also able to work with the selection of the artists, which was kind of key to the success of this project. And then how do we build one country when country has been decimated? And I think for us, our home turf is sustainability. And so I guess we thought that First Nations Australians living in 65,000 years here in the country. So we thought, if nothing else, we would look at the sustainability piece and would be our piece of giving back to the country. So how do we deliver cultural appropriate homes? And fortunately for us, Jefa had already done all this work for us, which set us up for success. And I think the interesting thing for us was that what it says is that people living in Arnhem Land and people living in Fitzroy live differently. So for the last 100 years, the Wurundjeri people who were pushed out by that, were largely living in the city, Collingwood and Fitzroy, and the Keep were getting pushed out. But a lot of the Wurundjeri crew actually incredibly urban. And so for us, it was about responding specifically to the people, not just where they live, but also how they choose to live currently. And so, I think that, so spatially, apartments don't feel much different from anything else, like efficiency was key. A big drive for us through Aboriginal Victoria was about that. The location, the elders, was the interesting thing that came out of it, we weren't expecting. So elders on each side of the front door, not just so that it was accessible, like an Asian place, but they become the gatekeepers for community. They become the counsellors, but also if the kids are coming in late, making too much noise, they yell out to them to tune it down on the way in. And what does participation look like? And it means that you've got to listen and you've got to let go of control of it. I think that's interesting for us as architects. So Tani was incredible. She was
pretty it was bold and it was a lot of fun, but we had to, the architecture in this case is very restrained, and then the placemaking through collaboration with Tani Edwards is bold and vibrant and engaging, and some of the residents are kind of, what is going on with all the colour, but it's, that's the
thing. It wasn't us, it was Tani.
But it's also, it's great that that's what's celebrated and that it is playful and it's engaging because it's playful and it starts a conversation because it's so in your face and what it should be.
Yeah, so this is the lift on the way in. So it's got "you look lovely" on the way in. It's a lot of it is about saying you are beautiful, you are proud. It's kind of like self-reinforcement that she was kind of constantly talking about. A lot of really overt stuff like signage on the paving outside, and lots of use of language, and then lots of totems. So abundant everywhere. we like to say to Tanya, isn't that the bird? And she said, you can't have enough margin. So as it turns out, the inventory is like 1,000 margins.
Walking through a property.
Yeah, that's right. So country and sustainability. So this was the first time Aboriginal Housing Victoria were doing apartments that were houses. And so what did that mean for us? The opportunity to work with bed to show that 100% electric wasn't more expensive than gas. That to build something that was 7.5 stars, not 5 stars, it didn't have to cost more if you thought about how that worked. So this building is 7.5 star, it's not minimum 5, average 6. We shade everything to the east, the west, and the north. Everything's double glazed, obviously, so everything is super tight. And importantly, we've got it to be 100% electric, which is the first time they've ever done a 100% electric project.
Sort of sets the pathway for how they'll deliver apartments in the future.
We put as much solar as we could on the roof, and all the residents get the benefit of reducing their operational costs. We only put in 6 cars, not 14 cars, and we put in 16 bikes.
And we can put cars in basements so we've got deep soil to generate concept.
Yeah, make sure that there is deep soil on the edges of the entire site. The building's highly thermally efficient, everything's cross-ventilated, it's pretty easy on a small plate. Embodied carbon, we worked with Brickworks to get them to donate carbon neutral bricks. We looked at, obviously size matters, so smaller housing style, not freestanding houses, every one of the apartments insulate each other. And then the bricks do fire, structure, acoustics, ventilation, balustrade, they do lots and lots of things. And then the splashback is the 5% sheet before the tiles go on, we're finished. The bathrooms grooved 5% sheet before the tiles go on, and it's got a great finish on it, but it's not tight. So we save carbon, we save cost. The cupboards are E0 MDF, which can be recycled in white. It's a carbon sequester. The floor is cork, carbon sequester. Bricks from country on country. This was quarried, country clad, made on country, shipped 22 times a year. Brickworks donated them. We spend a lot of time as architects on the phone asking people to help us, to help Aboriginal Housing Victoria, to help the people that own this country. What was the value proposition? It was 14 apartments, not 4 townhouses. It was 3,300 a square metre, not 6 grand a square metre on a say. We're trying to halve the price of the square metre to get there.
But it comes a lot closer to the construction price of townhouses. So.
Yeah. They're building their townhouses at about 2,500 square metres, so we were trying to get those two things closer together.